to you from the Varsity Sports Bar and Grill after the end of a very long week and the start of what should be a long and monumental weekend. It is the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast coming to you from the Varsity Sports Bar and Grill on Beachmont Avenue in Anderson Township. I'm the radio guy, Dan Carroll, and ready to open my first beer of the day. Stand by for refreshment.
I love the pause. I love the pause.
I'm the radio guy. Rob Herking's the attorney.
That's right.
So take it away there, Rob.
Dan, thank you. And for everybody that doesn't know, Dan's week is longer than everybody else's. It consists of 182 hours, where everybody else is 168 hours.
I'm not saying my week is longer than anyone else's.
Just
I'm
said
just
your
saying
week was
I
a
had a
long
long week. I had a lot.
Your week was
a
no
lot of
more.
shit
Your
going
week
on.
was no more longer than anybody else's. It's
I'm not saying it
168
was.
fucking hours, Dan.
I just spent
You know
a lot of
what?
time.
Out of spite, 100%, Dan. Let's get you up there.
Here we go.
Let's get your week a little bit shorter because
I'll hit my draft beer on that.
you will quickly not realize where this night went. Let's get you tanked. And I love the bowling shirt. Jason Kiefer's in the house, not cleanly shorn anymore. He's got a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow.
A little bit.
Keith, is your week 168 hours or is it 182?
Mine was it felt like 475. So
Okay, must be me.
I love the fact you have your ghetto lean going again.
Well, I was looking down at you while we were talking.
I know.
I'm sitting straight up and down. Sister Mary, holy shit. You're gonna get the ruler
The
out?
ghetto lean.
Well, I try to get the fucking camera and shit somewhat proportionate, but then every time I do, it gets changed.
Well, I don't want to sit too close to Dan.
I know.
He's got his grandpa's shirt on, and
I
it smells like
appreciate
mothballs.
There's nothing wrong with this shirt. It does not smell either.
Dan came in. I gave him shit about his shirt, so he says it's my bowling shirt.
It smells lovely, actually.
Thank you.
It's my bowling shirt.
You can compliment Paula next time you see her.
Paula,
Kiefer goes.
Nicely done.
She takes care of the laundry.
Nicely done.
Kiefer goes.
It's an arrangement we have.
Are you bowling tonight, Dan? He's like, I don't know. It
She
may
hates
happen.
the way I do it, so she just does it herself.
So apparently, Dan's throughout his life, one time, spontaneously a bowling match erupted years ago, but he's ready tonight just in case. And he claimed also before we went live that he could kick my ass at bowling. There is nothing
bowling
Dan
match
can't do.
Did spontaneously happen one night when I was at work.
That was a funny conversation. How often do just bowling matches just miraculously spike up?
It could happen.
It could. I'm not disagreeing.
There are people watching this
funny.
podcast right now who are saying, yes, Dan, I too have been involved in a spontaneous
I know that's bullshit because you can't get the comments because you can't sign up for another account for whatever reason.
There's nothing spontaneous, though, about a bowling match because you have to go to the bowling alley.
You guys ever wonder?
Well, the decision to go to the bowling alley
is spontaneous.
It's not something that was pre-planned by anyone.
Got it. All
yeah.
Right. Now I'm on it.
Hey,
now I'm on it.
I have an idea. Let's go bowling. And boom, off you go.
If you've ever wondered what Dan wears underneath his regular clothing, like Clark Kent, he wears a bowling shirt just in case, and he finds a phone booth.
I do not.
And pulls out his outer clothing off, so he's got his bowling shirt ready to roll. Jesus. Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. Labor Day.
It's a comfortable shirt. It's 85 degrees outside.
I do like
shirt was next up in the rotation.
I complimented you on it as soon as you walked in.
Yes, you did.
Labor Day weekend is my favorite weekend. That's where we celebrate all women that are pregnant. You don't have to wear condoms with them. They're getting ready for labor. What? Is that not Labor Day?
There's times that I just don't even understand.
It's not
I don't want to understand what happens in that head.
How dare you say only women can get pregnant? How dare you say that?
No, well, that's true. My bad on that one.
Loser.
Yes.
You're such a loser.
I guess it would be
now.
They, thems. Anybody that's pregnant, you don't have to wear a condom this weekend, which is great. It's almost like The Purge, the movie The Purge. Pregnant women are beautiful, and there's no fear of child support for 18 years. So it's a great weekend.
Hey, before we start, I want to throw this video up just so it's out there and out of the way. It's a little lengthy, about 4 minutes or so. I'm gonna cut it.
Right.
I'm gonna stop it. But I literally laughed my balls off yesterday by myself Guys are out on the run. I'm on light duty, which sucks. So the bells go off. I start to get up. I'm like, oh yeah, you're not going.
No, you're not going anywhere.
So I'm sitting there, fucking around social media, and I found this fucking video. And anybody that is on social media that's seen the one chip challenge.
Did you go down the rabbit hole?
No. I mean, I was down a little bit of a rabbit hole, but this video came up, and I was laughing my ass off. And there's something about somebody hurting themselves, like self-inflicted, that makes me laugh even harder.
Oh, boy.
My name Nathaniel.
Okay. So look, man, what's the hottest thing you ever ate?
Takis.
Taki?
Yeah.
Okay, look, man, I got a one chip for you. You feel me? All you gotta do is swallow the whole thing, then you get $40. You feel me? Think you can handle it?
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Alright, we about to see right now. That boy talking about he ain't nervous, man. You feel me? Trying at your own risk. You want us to do it? But let's see if you can handle it, man.
One chip.
One chip.
And do I have to?
Look, you gotta swallow the whole thing. You feel me? Once you done, a minute go, then you feel me? Get something to drink. How you feeling right now, man?
Hot as hell.
You feeling hot as hell already? Hey, ready 1 through 10?
10.
10 already?
10.
Okay, that boy talking about the hottest thing he ever ate was Takis. You feel
It's
me?
10.
It's 10?
That shit 10.
It's 10? You swallow it, huh?
Hell yeah. 10.
Hey, look. Hey, you ready for another one?
Hell no.
Hell no?
Hell to the hell no.
Okay. Would you do it again?
Hell no. I wouldn't go get another one of these motherfuckers if my life depended on it.
If your life depended on it?
Hell no.
So fuck your life.
Fuck the life. No. I care about my life.
I'm saying, if it would depend on your life, like you said, would you eat another chip?
Hell no. Bitch, shoot me dead. Shoot me dead. Kill me dead. Kill me motherfucking dead.
Hey, so you wouldn't do this shit no more?
I would not buy one of these motherfuckers.
Hey, look, your ass wanted to do it so bad. Hey, ready 1 through 10 right now?
25. God damn.
God damn, so it
It's
went
off the charts.
off the charts? So that bitch went up.
Off the motherfucking chart.
Hey, for the people that never did this before, do you recommend them to do this?
Don't do this shit.
Don't do it, huh? Cause look, hey, you thought other dude was just over exaggerating. He was over exaggerating, right?
Yeah, I thought it was.
You thought he was, right?
Damn right.
Now look at your ass tweaking.
Yeah, I ain't tweaking.
You tweaking?
I wish I was tweaking. It's some motherfucking fried.
You fried?
I know it's been 1 minute.
So you ain't tweaking. What you mean 1 minute? Like what? 20 more seconds? 10 more seconds?
Ugh.
Oh yeah, hey, you show the camera you done? Show them your tongue.
Ah.
Tongue blue. Okay.
Little bit. It's hot.
It's hot?
20 seconds, done.
20 seconds done, how you know? You ain't much count.
Man, I can't, girl.
You can't?
God damn it.
Hey, here. $40, man. Boy about to go in the store and shit.
God damn it.
Trying to do that shit? Yeah, nah. Hell yeah. He thought it was a joke. You feel me? You straight?
Hell no. I ain't
You ain't straight? So you ain't tweaking?
Hey, nothing can cool this shit off.
Go ahead, man.
I need this.
You don't want no milk? You want some milk?
I need some.
You need milk, man.
I have to scan this.
Okay.
Hey, where the milk at? Some milk right there? You want the milk or nah?
Milk. Milk makes shit hotter, ain't it?
Milk? Nah, hell nah. Milk gonna cool it down.
Oh.
Can't take this.
I think it might be a small.
Go ahead, man. You gonna get the milk
Buy
too?
the milk.
Shit, you might as well buy some more, man. How you feeling, man?
Feel like I done went in the devil's asshole.
What? Hey, you said what hot chip? It's like one chip, you feel me? You gotta do swallow the whole thing. You trying to do it? It's like a Dorito type shit. You might as well do it. Yeah, I feel like you can do that shit. You might as well do that shit. You ain't trying to do it?
Hell no.
Come on, hey, we got another one for you right now.
Hell no.
You ain't ready for the other one? We got the other one on standby for you right now, dog. Your life depends on it, man.
Hurry up.
Hey, so look.
Come on, hurry up.
Oh, I get it.
That's a shit commute, man.
I saw that and I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, A, you're a dumbass. B, I felt like I was in the devil's asshole.
Oh shit.
So is that a thing on social media now where people eating that what kind of chip is it?
It's I
What
can't,
do you-
I
Was
can't
it a
remember.
Carolina Reaper?
I can't remember the name of it. I'll pull it up, but they call it the one chip challenge. Like that was a big social media thing.
Were you up here the day, Keith? We what was it, $80 for Kelsey? When we got our Carolina Reaper or Ghost Pepper.
I wasn't here, but I heard about it.
We opened up the back door. There was like 8 of us watching her. She took a bite of that son of a bitch. The rule was you had to go. I want to say it was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes without drinking anything. She almost fucking died. She's laying in the sun. I was like, why don't you get out of the sun in the shade? And she drank so much fucking milk. Her boyfriend brought her milk. I was like, that ruins it right there, Aaron. But nonetheless, she called in work.
Milk ruins what?
Well, no, I didn't want him to have milk for her.
Oh.
I wanted her to suffer a little bit longer. But then she called in sick for 2 days, and her boss looked at me like, why would you do that to her? I was like, she's a grown ass fucking adult, man. She made $80. But it's entertaining. Dan, would you do it?
No.
If I bring a chip like that, would you eat it?
No.
I'll
no,
give you $100 if you eat that motherfucker.
No. No way.
I ain't fucking doing it. I've watched too many goddamn videos.
I mean, hot, spicy stuff like that does not agree with me.
$100.
When I order chicken wings, I get them with no sauce.
$17. $17. I mean, this is just real quick.
All right, Carol.
But it's called a Packy, Paqui, and it's I don't know where it is. I was trying to find on this.
Why would people eat that? I mean, what's enjoyable? about
Fucking
that?
money, Dan. If I gave you $100, you wouldn't eat one. You'd only owe me $400 after our triathlon.
Dead Lake said $40 isn't just $40, which it never is.
I had a habanero eating contest once. The rule was you can't get out of the table and you can't drink. There were 8 of us.
Now, if you want to jack that number up to 6 figures, then I might consider it.
You're a
6?
fucking moron,
That's
Dan.
big.
You're a moron.
Why am I a moron?
It ain't worth that to me.
Well, I don't want to
Our bu-
suffer like that guy was suffering.
Our buddy Rich just said, "I'll buy 3 for each of you to eat on air."
I'll fucking do it.
Well, we need
I'm not
subscribers.
doing it.
We need subscribers for us to get waxed first, and then we'll do that challenge.
Oh,
I don't
my God.
jump into a bunch of fucking challenges like these two idiots do. Let's do one step at a time.
I'll eat one while I'm getting waxed.
I don't jump. What challenges have I jumped into?
You fucking challenged him to fucking darts,
I know.
golf,
$500.
and what was the other one?
Darts,
Darts.
golf, and poker heads up.
And poker. You guys constantly do this shit. I'm not doing anything until we hit our 500
But no,
subscribers and I get waxed, and then we will deal with your
The
shit.
waxing was not my idea.
No, it wasn't.
The Brazilian was not my idea.
Well, you're not even
Well, you're
fucking
not getting
participating
Brazilian.
in the
You're not
Brazilian.
getting Brazilian.
I know I'm not kidding, but I'm just saying that was Rob's idea.
Right?
So
So,
I don't necessarily.
but you
jump
challenged
into.
you challenged him. You challenged him
I did.
to darts, golf, and poker
That's
into something.
and
So
now he wants.
so
to
now
add,
you can't act like, oh, I'm holier now. I don't do any of that. You did.
now he wants to add bowling.
You did.
No, I don't want to add bowling.
I just want the record.
You
to be
wanted to
shown.
bowl too, and I don't. I was like, all right, so we're at triathlon. What is 4 competitions? It's not a quadrathon or something stupid.
I'm just gearing up for the waxing. I need everybody to get subscribers, gear up for my chest waxing, and then I'll make the next step and figure out what I'm going to do next. You guys just go all in, which is cool, and it's fun to watch, and it's fun to hear about. Somebody gets pissed off, somebody doesn't.
All right, let's see. We have 6 people watching right now. Let's take a vote. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Me or Rob in heads up poker, golf, and darts?
If you wear your bowling,
Who's gonna be
shirt,
the
it's
winner?
Me. If you
So
wear your
let's
bowling,
let's
shirt.
see if we get any
But they're
response. on that.
singular though, right? So like, all right, hypothetically, you win golf, he wins darts, so you guys are 1-1.
Yeah.
And then poker. Now
Who-
you throw a fourth one. Now you're gonna have to throw a fifth.
No,
one
we're
in.
not doing a 4th one. It's going to be the best 2 out of 3.
Okay. All right. Well, bowling came up, so I just didn't know if that was official.
I'll tell you what.
Best 2
RK
out of 3.
RK said he'll have those chips tomorrow. I will, if you're around, Keith.
Rob, how can you vote for Rob?
because
Look at people.
I'm having nothing to do with that fucking chip. Just for the record, I'm having absolutely. I love hot chip, but not that hot.
No,
I
I don't do hot stuff.
I will do one tomorrow at 3:30 before the start of the UC game. Out back, Keith, you can film me. Do it live. I will eat one of those if Rich can get it down here
Where do you get one of those?
at a store.
Yeah, they're not hard to come by.
Yeah, you can get them at
They got
gas
them down at
stations.
Shook's
Well,
place.
they have
Yeah.
them on fucking Amazon.
I think
shit,
Shook
too.
does have them
Very
down
easy.
there.
Shook has those.
I think so.
Eee.
E.
There's a vote for me.
Yeah, Rich, that's a pity vote. He already texted me and said he was thinking me, but he
I-
just wanted to make you feel good.
But I literally saw that video yesterday. I was laughing my ass off. I felt like I was in the devil's asshole.
That's pretty funny.
I was like, all right, well, I'm emailing that to myself.
Well, the habanero eating contest, one of the guys rubbed his eyes,
It's dumb.
jumped up and thought they were going fucking blind. He's out. Me and the other guy ate 5 each. We were the last two sitting there. We had, I think it was like 150, 160 in the pot. We'd eaten 5. It's like, look, I'm not sweating anymore. I can't feel anything anymore. All we're doing is making us scoot our asses like a little dog getting a dingleberry off of a butt crack the next day. Let's just stop, split the pot, move on. We did.
No,
Started
about
drinking beer.
as far as I go is I'll take a little the hot sauce and put some on a 3-way or a 4-way. You know, it's Skyline chili.
Wow, you daring
Or,
motherfucker.
I'm just saying I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not
you are
big.
out of control.
I'm not
Jesus.
big into that.
It's amazing you've lived this long with such daring. Get a fucking habanero. Let's go eat one of those chips together.
I've
tomorrow.
had the habaneros before.
Let's eat one of those chips together. tomorrow.
Habaneros are not for me.
All right.
The ghost peppers are not for me.
Have you ever had a ghost pepper?
the little what do you call the little purple ones? The Korean ones.
I have no.
Those things I know. I stay
Korean-
away from those. Too.
Corian ones. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Bosel used to grow them. They're little purple and little tiny purple peppers about yay big.
Have you ever eaten a
Light
ghost
your ass
pepper?
up.
Ugh.
Have you ever eaten a ghost pepper?
No,
Well, how do you know it's not for you?
because I know other people who have.
Well, what are you, 3? I don't want green beans, and then all of a sudden you like them when you get a little bit older. Dan, you got to try some stuff, buddy. Let's expand your horizon tomorrow.
I've tried hot stuff. It's not for me.
You're gonna-
The hot stuff. I don't know how people can. Oh, I'll take 20 of those wings with the super hot volcano sauce on them. You know,
Did you
right?
ever?
No, I can't. I'm not doing that.
I like hot to a point where I still have flavor, but then when it gets to a point where I'm like literally ready to die,
I'm not doing
then
that.
I'm out.
Did you? You have sex with women, right, Dan?
What is your point?
Well, you never did at some point, and then you did, and you liked it. How do you know you won't like this fucking chip? You got to try it to like it.
No,
I do want to.
I'm pretty secure in my feelings that I am never going to ingest one of those on purpose.
I will, Rob. I will give you out of my own pocket $100. I'll give you $100 to fucking do it live.
I will get one, and I'll eat the motherfucker. Game starts at 3:30. Rich is going to be at the game, so fuck you, Rich. I'll get my own. I will eat
No,
it.
no, you have to do it when I'm available, and I'm not going to be available.
Why? What do you got going on tomorrow?
I have a wedding to go to.
Oh, that's right.
Well, if you're going to do it, I would like you to do it on the one more.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
out
doing
of
it
your
on the
podcast,
You're doing it on the podcast. If you want money from me,
and you cannot get up and walk away either.
yes, I concur. I
That's
completely concur.
Well, you know I'm on.
You talk a big game, so let's just see. Let's just see.
We're on next Saturday. Fuck it. I'll do it.
Okay,
Get one, and I'll do it then. Rich, you're on again. Sorry.
next Saturday. Saturday.
Hold
Not
on.
this coming Saturday.
No,
Next
a week.
Saturday.
A week.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I really have nothing going on that day, so that's good. Well, Finley's got a game at 5, so
You ain't making it.
I will.
You ain't making it.
Where is that? I'm just gonna. Let's see here.
You're not gonna make it.
All right, it's something.
You're making a trip to the
I think our audience is split. They're going with me though. I think I've
got one
I've got the
fucking
most
vote,
votes.
Dan.
I think I've got the most.
In
I
other
don't see
news,
anyone voting for you.
in history, kind of like Dan Shirt.
Smart. We have probably the smartest audience in all of podcasting,
September
say.
1st,
YouTube, and all the rest of it.
2023. In,
Would you say that?
in 1939, when Dan Shirt was first manufactured, the German invasion of Poland, the Blitzkrieg tactics.
You would do well to investigate some clothing options that were available.
Jesus
in
Christ! Did you
1939.
just combust inside? I mean, you. Fuck.
I had a big
What
old
the fuck? What you look like a bullfrog.
I had a big
Trying to
old
figure
bird.
out whether it was spitting up a fly or gonna get a fly. Holy shit! It's like a fucking bullfrog meeting.
I had a
call.
big old belch coming up right there.
Carlo Gambino, American crime boss, was born September 1st, 1902 in Palermo, Italy. He died. Shit, he was your age when he died, Dan. October 15th, 1976. Died at the age of 74. Fucking crazy. 04, Chechen rebels seized a school in Beslin, North.
That's a lot older than
Athlesia,
I am, by
Russia.
the way.
This is great. Talk about parallels. Today's date, 1985. In a search led by American oceanographer Robert Ballard, the wreck of the Titanic was found on the ocean floor at a depth of about 13,000 feet, 4,000 meters. You know what we'll be celebrating in 2063, I'm sorry, the 40-year anniversary of the morons that got in a propane tank to go see the fucking wreck that was found in 1985 on today's
I'm
date.
pretty sure I'm not celebrating that.
I'm pretty sure I won't be here. I
Play
know
stupid
Dan
game.
won't be here.
I won't be here to celebrate that one, I'm pretty sure.
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Yep. Stay out of propane tanks, kids, and refrigerators at the curb. You can get shut in there and you're fucked. 1972, Bobby Fischer defeated Boris Spassky. I like the name Spassky. It's like spastic. To become the first native-born American to hold the title of World Chess Champion.
I like movies about chess.
I do too. What is that? That was a Bobby Fischer movie. What was that one movie?
There's a movie called Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Was that the one where they were playing chess in a park in New York and he sat with the homeless people and he started beating them, the kid?
I don't know if that was that one, but there was another one called Pawn Sacrifice. You ever see that one?
No.
Really good movie.
Oh, wait a minute.
Um,
Are you talking to one on
I've
Pornhub?
never even heard
No,
of
it's
that.
not on Pornhub.
Okay.
What's the guy? Toby Maguire's in it.
Oh,
He's
Spider-Man?
Bobby Fischer, and then what's the guy's name that played? God damn it! What that show that we liked?
Fucking extreme senior moment over here.
No, I'll tell you, I can't. Well, I can't remember all these damn television shows.
It's called.
What's the one? The guy's in Los Angeles. He's the fixer, and
Oh, Ray Donovan.
Ray Donovan. Who's the guy that played Ray Donovan?
Leave Schreiber.
Yeah, he's in that movie.
I had
It's
no
really-
idea that he is the narrator of Hard Knocks. Did not realize that. As long
He
as I
is? Ray Donovan is the narrator.
yes,
Really?
Well,
I
Lee
had no
Schreiber
idea.
is. Ray Donovan's a
He has
fictional
been the
character.
whole time.
Yes, saw it. I was watching the Jets Hard Knocks. Had no idea.
How about that?
You
Is
know-
Hard Knocks any good this year?
Yes, pretty good.
It's usually always pretty good.
You know what's crazy? In 1969, the world's ugliest man, Muammar
Robert.
al-Gaddafi,
Oh wait, I'm not done talking about chess yet.
supposed to, are we talking chess or chess? I'll talk chess
No,
all
chess.
night. T
What about? Did you ever see the series
took over Libya.
where it's called The Queen's Gambit?
I've heard of it. Never watched it.
That's the one
I'm
where
not a chess guy. Don't care.
yeah, where this young girl is becomes like the best chess player in the world. It's supposed to be a true story,
The
but
Prodigy.
You know, I'd beat your ass. In
really,
chess.
really good. And chess is not on the on
I
the
would
rundown.
beat your fucking ass in chess, and I will play you, and the loser has to eat one of those fucking chips.
I'm not doing that. I haven't sat down to a chessboard in years. So you know what? I'm just gonna concede that you might be able to beat me in chess.
Why
There
don't
you
we
go.
concede the chess?
Congratulations, Rob. Well played.
Comment? Thank you. Check fucking mate, damn it.
I do like the way you played that though.
1952, Life magazine published Ernest Hemingway's Old Man and the Sea. Wasn't that about you, Dan? It was his last major work of fiction. It was also released as a book, and in 1953, it won a Pulitzer. I think it might have it wasn't his last book, was it?
I've never read it, but I've seen the movie.
It wasn't the last one published, I don't think.
I don't think we had to read that one in high school.
Never read it.
It's an easy one to read. It's fucking thin. I mean, it almost would be more pages to read the Cliff Notes version than the actual.
I've
fucking-
read For Whom the Bell Tolls.
That was when he was in Spain, right?
Yeah.
For the Civil War.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm trying
give
to
a
think
fuck.
what other. I've read some other Hemingway stuff, but
This is tragic, and it's local here, so I apologize. Shit. Sorry, Dan. Your first source of communication in 1912, Dan, the last known passenger pigeon died in the Cincinnati, Ohio Zoo in 1914.
now see if you go to the Cincinnati Zoo, they have a display commemorating that.
I have never fucking seen it, nor have I sought it out.
But
Is it in the aviary?
it's I don't know. It's at the zoo. You walk around the zoo, you see it. And
Are you fucking kidding me? It's probably in the aviary, not with the rhinos, right?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, you're so smart to narrow that down.
Well, no, I mean, it just makes sense.
But I'm
right?
just saying it's at the zoo. I couldn't tell you exactly where it's at. I'm just saying it's at the zoo. But I'm a little dubious on that one.
Did you know that there were bear
Dubious.
cats at the zoo?
What?
There's a fucking bear cat at the zoo.
I don't think a bear cat's a real animal.
It surely as fucking is.
I don't think it is.
My wife thought the same thing as we were walking around the zoo about 10 years ago.
There is a bear cat at the zoo.
I used to pet the
I've seen
fucker when I went to UC.
Okay.
I mean, it might be an overgrown cat, but they labeled it as a bear cat.
It could have been.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Do you think it was a 1970s porn bush with legs? They just put legs on the fucker.
I don't go down the rabbit hole that you go.
You think it was like an
Hassler
RC?
says R.I.P. Harambe.
Yes.
I know that we haven't crossed that anniversary recently, have we?
I think it came up this summer, didn't we?
I think it did.
Thank God we got Fritz now.
I will drink to Harambe. Everybody loved Harambe.
100%.
100%.
R.I.P.
I don't think he was gonna hurt that kid.
I don't see you fucking drinking, Dan. I'm about ready to hurt
You
you.
did say that.
Well, guess what? Guess what? Unfortunately, he fucked around and found out whether he was going to or whether he wasn't.
Well, he was in his own house. He was in his own.
Yep.
in
Stand
his
your
own
ground.
area. He was.
Stand your ground wasn't passed yet. That's the problem.
Hassler said that the anniversary was last week.
There's not really video of that though, is there? About what the
Not the actual shot. I know somebody that
is
was
there video of Harambe interacting with that
Yes.
kid?
I
Though?
think
Yes.
so, yeah.
Here, I'll pull it up.
How long ago was
find
that?
It's got to be 10.
I'm gonna
years.
find it. You guys just keep talking.
Was
and
it 10
arguing.
years?
You keep arguing like you always do.
American novelist Edgar Rice Burroughs, best known as the creator of Tarzan, was born. That was in 1875. What a great year.
Tarzan.
Yeah, King of the Jungle, baby. With
I don't
Jane.
know, yeah,
What was the monkey's
I'm not
name?
a big fan of the Tarzan.
What was the monkey's
Cheetah. No,
I think it was Cheetah.
was it Cheetah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Why do you call him Cheetah? He didn't have fucking spots.
I think Jason's got the video.
I do.
Well, if he's wearing a loincloth too, I don't even know if they had a name Cheetah. So how the fuck did that come about?
I don't know.
Why is he?
I don't know. I don't remember my Tarzan.
Why is there a white dude and a white chick in a fucking jungle in a old age?
Listen to the story of Tarzan. You know, he was on a boat, and the boat got.
Are you watching the video of Harambe?
Where's the kid?
Hold on.
Mommy's right here.
He's down there somewhere, man. I can hear his mom. Mommy's right here. You know what, Mom?
Kid's right there.
Mom should have watched the kid a little bit better.
Oh my God.
Isaiah.
Oh, he's dragging the kid. Yeah, well, yeah.
He's
They
doing what gorillas do though with their children.
right.
The kid's fine. At that age, their bones haven't fused. They're very pliable.
Look at that specimen. Looks like Hurricane.
How'd that kid get in there?
That's why everybody was rooting for me.
His fucking parents were fucking watching it.
Was the kid special needs?
No, he's a fucking kid.
No, I mean seriously. Didn't he have some kind of a? I thought he was special needs, man.
So
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it sucks, but they did the right thing. They took the ape down. They had to do it. It sucks, but that had to happen.
That gorilla did, and we've I mean, we're derailing this day in history, but it was according to Hassler, it was close.
It was, yeah, it was.
We were close,
Kind of historical.
but
What happened?
that gorilla did everything that it knows what to do.
Yeah.
And there's parts of that video we could have played a little bit longer, but where he was actually kind of protecting it, but he fucking drags it. I mean, you watch fucking Nat Geo, you'll see that shit happen all the time. It doesn't know the difference between a human and a fucking gorilla.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like
But then they pop that motherfucker.
when people go on safaris in Africa and then they shoot a fucking lion for charging at somebody in their fucking domain. Oh, those poor people were charged by that lion.
I do know somebody from the fire service that was there when that was happening, when the shot got fired. He was a district chief, and he was like, it was the weirdest / saddest thing I've ever seen. Because they tracked him. They tracked him once, and apparently the dart didn't do what it was supposed to do. So then they pulled out the real firearm, and Harambe is in the gorilla exhibit upstairs.
Yeah.
He crossed the Rainbow Bridge, unfortunately.
Playing with King Kong right now.
Shit happens.
Cheers to Harambe.
Cheers.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Tough times.
How long ago was it?
Hard times, daddy.
Do we know?
Let me get the year. Keep talking.
I can't remember.
Keep talking.
Well, this YouTube video says 7 years, so it's
Okay.
right around there.
All right.
Inconsequential.
Yeah, it's such a tragic thing. I think I got PTSD. That's why I can't remember.
Well, hey, I'm just saying, it had
Although
that.
what I do love is everyone in the fucking world knows fucking Harambe.
Yes. I was out of town and somebody had fucking
Their shirts made.
what was it? R.I.P. Harambe or some shit. It was in Florida, Clearwater. Like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit? What happened to the passenger pigeon in 1912? Anybody know his fucking name? No.
Tweety.
God,
It was Tweety.
so bad. So I'm gonna flip gears. Is that all right? I'm kind of done with history at this
All right.
point.
Flip it.
All
Flip
right.
it, my man.
Did anybody see that article in regards to the TikTok user that was kind of chastised, somewhat defended? She was asked to give up her seat to a 13-year-old child because the child's parents had first-class seats. This one planned ahead, got a front row first-class seat for her trip, celebrating her graduation for her PhD, was asked to change seats to allow the 13-year-old to sit by his family, her family, whatever the fuck it is, they, them. And she said no. So she was given shit. Why is the family not given shit for not planning and just sticking the kid in steerage?
When you're on an airplane, you are under no obligation to surrender your seat to anyone for any reason whatsoever.
Yes, but she should have done it because there was
No, she should not have done it.
I agree. But the best was there was one comment on TikTok that I would trade because it's a family. Why wouldn't you let someone sit with their family? They want to sit together, travel together. Crystal said, family means everything to me, so I would give it up. Well,
So-
fuck you, Crystal. You weren't on the fucking flight.
Let's run. let's run this back.
Fuck Crystal.
You got mom and dad first class accommodations.
Yes.
The kid not first class accommodations.
Maybe the kid talked a lot.
You're a shitbag parrot.
The kid was not in first class.
No, I think it was steerage.
So they wanted someone else in first class.
The kid might have had a seat different in first class. I can't remember, but they tried to get this girl who wanted the.
Well, that's a key part of the story, don't you think?
Not really. I don't give a fuck if the kid's in the back of first class and I'm in the front row with an ample leg room. Fuck off. You want to talk to your kid? You go back there and talk to your kid. I would, with a parent of a 13-year-old, I'd rather not talk to my kid for a flight.
How long was the flight?
Well, you don't talk to your kids now.
It could be 1 hour.
Not that it matters.
It could be 1 hour,
Yeah.
10 hours. Fucker can sit back there. He's going to play on his phone. Nobody's going to talk
Yeah.
anyways. What do you got to change diapers on a 13-year-old?
If you're a parent and you're on a flight with your kid and your kid doesn't sit next to you and you have anxiety about that, you can't deal with that being separated by what, 20 feet, maybe 30 feet at the most
Should have pulled him off the tit
for
before he
that
hit
amount
13.
of time. If you're a parent, that's on you.
Well, and here's the thing: when you schedule a flight, you pick your fucking seats.
Yep.
Right. So if it is imperative that you have to sit with your child,
Yeah.
which I don't have kids of my own, but Jill's got a daughter. I would want all three of us being together because there are fucking weirdos on fucking planes. There's weirdos in the fucking world. I would want her next to us.
Are you looking at Dan for a reason when you said that?
I'm looking at you
Oh.
for a reason. I'm looking through Dan at you. But
That kind of hurts.
I pick the
It
seats.
hits a little close to home, doesn't it?
Well, I was going to come to your defense, Dan.
No,
I pick the seats when I book a flight. I pick the seats that I want. It's not like how it used to be. It was just like, oh yeah, here's your boarding pass. Here you go, and then they fucking filter you in wherever.
well,
You pick your fucking seats. So why didn't the parents pick the seat right next to them, wherever it may be, whether it's first class, whether it's fucking business class, whatever? I don't care. But to ask somebody to give up their seat, though, I blame the parents in the fact that they didn't do the pre-planning If that flight doesn't work, sorry. Like, how big of a deal is it?
I don't think it's a big deal either. If it was in coach, say it was in coach, the kids 30 rows back, parents are up front. You're in coach. It's coach, but you're in a exit row or the front part where you got an ample seat or ample foot room. I'm still fuck that.
You brought this story up, and I'm not super familiar, so I'm
not trading in
watching.
coach. If I got a fucking emergency exit row, which was normally what I picked before I started getting upgraded to first class when I traveled all the time, or I'm up front where my feet are stretched out, that kid can eat it.
Now, also,
if the kid was 4 and
I
needed diaper changes, I understand that. They should have planned better too. They can fucking move back.
Now, and with that, I have been asked to move, like if I'm traveling solo, and I don't care to move my seat if it's just me, but the fact that shit, and this was years ago, that shit wasn't pre-planned.
I want free beer, an extra bag of peanuts, and a box cutter before I'm moving.
If us three are fucking traveling together, I don't care. Like, I don't have to sit next to all three of us.
I'm planning not to
two.
sit next to anybody.
But I always get put next to the fattest motherfucker on the plane.
I'm probably taking a different flight than Rob takes. Just
good with all the shit you said last week about midgets, motherfucker. The God's going to cause that plane to fly down.
If we're going to go down, we should not all three go down together. We got to maintain some sort of continuity.
Continuity, I like it. I mean, I don't have an issue with move, but it was my right to choose to move. But if that's the seat that I bought and that's the seat that I wanted, then that's where I'm fucking staying.
I love everybody putting shit on social media.
I think you got to look on it
arguing that way.
If you're traveling by yourself, I think you need to reserve the right to evaluate this on a case-by-case basis.
I agree.
If someone asks me to move and I say, well, let me see the seat that you're offering me, and I walk to wherever the seat is, and I think it's a better seat than I have, then I might be inclined to.
I agree with that.
To acquiesce, but chances are, and I mean, the airplanes that I've been on lately, one seat is just as hellish as the next. Yeah. So,
unless you're in an exit row or you're in fucking.
Right.
You know what? I'm going to get a travel shirt made. It's going to say, "Don't ask me to accommodate shit." I mean, just don't even fucking ask.
I mean, some of these comments, if they want to switch seats in economy, I would consider it. But if I paid extra for comfort, hell no. Attendants should be ashamed to even try. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna downgrade somebody,
yeah, no.
And again, I don't know the ins and outs of the story yet. I'm trying to catch up while we're talking.
You know, they're not going to talk. If you look at anybody with kids that are 13, 14, 12, 11, 10 at dinner, nobody's fucking talking. The kid's on the phone fucking around. The parents are probably on their phone fucking around. Nobody talks anymore. So let the kid sit in steerage, fuck around on his phone, play bubble pop, candy cracker, or whatever the fuck game it is.
Which one is your favorite?
I don't fucking play that stupid shit, right. Dan. Let him do it away from me so I don't have to hear the fucking little music noise like Mario Brothers and shit like that, Donkey Kong. I don't care. Truly, I'd rather not sit next to my wife either.
But I don't care. I might go to the back of the if the seat is in the back of the airplane and I walk back there and let's say there's 3 or 4 empty rows of seats. And we'd like you to sit back here. I might jump on that.
Yeah, because you're old and your prostate's enlarged and you got to pee a lot.
Well, no, I can stretch out a little bit, be comfortable.
Oh, if you got multiple empty seats, I'm fucking taking that regardless of where I'm sitting.
And we've talked about it before. I mean, over the last 5 years, plane travel sucks. It's fucking terrible. So yes, extenuating circumstances happen, but it's up to the airlines and the crews to kind of accommodate. Because they're the ones, right, wrong, or indifferent, whether it's pilots get timed out or, so many flights per day. You want to try to keep that family unit together, and I understand that, but it's like to ask somebody, well, I paid good money for this fucking seat because nothing is getting cheaper.
No.
And just let me say to all those people who post videos of, oh, look what happened on my flight. You had a Karen who
fucking love those
who
videos.
Was all upset and wanted to argue with the staff.
She wants to.
Or you had 2 people throwing down in the middle of the aisle. You know what? I'm tired of those videos.
I love them.
For the first I don't know, couple of weeks. It was interesting. But I mean, we've been watching those videos nonstop, almost new ones, almost every single day.
That gives me so much enjoyment.
I don't care to watch them.
Watching these fucking.
I'd like to watch it live.
Act like a goddamn fucking human being.
But there's nothing new that happens in any of those.
I don't know. You
It's
never
not like
know.
you're going to watch one video and say, "My God, this is so much different than the one I saw 2 days ago."
So this brings up a conversation that I had with one of the guys in a couple of the guys in my motorcycle club that are federal air marshals. I'm like, hey, when all this bullshit happens and somebody's freaking the fuck out, do you have to intervene? He was like, no, I don't do shit. He was like, I video it and I watch it. Unless a flight attendant gets assaulted, that's when I step in. But he was like, usually the passengers handle it themselves. He was like, so I get paid to literally fly on a plane and watch movies, and I don't have to intervene unless somebody gets assaulted, i.e. the staff. It could be two passengers beating the shit out of each other. He still doesn't have to fucking intervene.
There's no reason to blow your cover for something like that.
But
None whatsoever.
But it's just funny. He was like, dude, I watch that shit every day. He was like, I travel to Amsterdam 4 times a month.
Because
and I watch bullshit like that. And he was like, I laugh my ass off.
And it makes perfect sense to me that they wouldn't do that, because you think about the number of people these days that are frequent flyers that fly all the time. If you're an air marshal and you step up and then you're showing your badge and you're stepping in and you're Mr. Law and Order, well, guess what? People are going to remember that. And they get on a flight 2 or 3 weeks from now and they see the air marshal, you're going to be like, hey, I know who you are. I mean, that you can't have that kind of shit.
They typically all have beards, by the way, just in case you wanted to know.
Look for the guy that looks most like Bin Laden. That's your buddy. That's your buddy.
No, it's funny though, and
the one you most think looks like a terrorist.
I
enjoy
flying, but lately, I mean, it's been a fucking nightmare.
Fucking hate it.
It's a fucking nightmare. But I mean, I love flying. I'd rather fly than drive, and deal with the airport stuff and whatever. That doesn't bother me. I mean, I get anxiety, but then I'm there, even though I probably could have driven. I'm more tired after I fucking drive than I am because I'm drinking the whole fucking way.
Yeah, well,
here I just want to.
We enjoy the drive. If it's less than if it's a 12-hour drive, we're good to go.
I just want to respond to a couple.
If it's longer than that, then we're thinking about flying. But
Ian, if somebody dropped the baby in my house, what would I do? I would take it to the fire department with a drop box. I just dropped that little thing in there.
Where did that come up from?
Ian on the comments. And your son is commenting here, Dan. Rob would have given up his seat. Let's be real. Hassler doesn't know me that well. Rob would not have given up his seat.
He says here you're weird. I think that's a pretty good indication how well he knows you.
Sounds great. He lives in Tennessee. What kind of weird shit do you think he does on a regular basis?
He did tell us about they think there's some skinwalkers down there.
Dear fucking God. Now I'm the weird one.
Well, here's the thing. where the guides at the whitewater rafting outfit where they work all live in these.
Isn't that from The Walking Dead?
I don't know. But I'm just saying they all live in these I don't know how to describe it, but they're plywood shacks. I mean, they're small, they're uncomfortable. I don't think there's any running water in it, barely any electricity. So when they in the middle of the night, if you got to go use the bathroom or any time during the day, you use the bathroom that the customers use. And so, he'll be home in a couple of weeks, and we'll have him on to tell the story about when he called his mom the other night and said, "Oh, I was going to the bathroom and we saw something tall and scary and creepy in the woods." And apparently he wasn't the only one who saw it. So that's what's happening down there.
I'm curious to hear this.
Yeah. So he called them skinwalkers, and apparently there's some local lore in that area about creepy things in the woods.
There's also a fucking lore about a giant frog or some shit in a Loveland Creek by the skate park, by the skate rink. What is that? The creek monster or some shit?
Have you seen it?
No, fuck no.
Well,
I have not. I thought I did here at the start of the podcast when you were playing the bullfrog part.
I had a big old burp there.
All right, Jeremiah. Fuck. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Speaking of other social media critiques, Matthew Stafford's wife regrets saying the Rams quarterback struggles to connect with younger players. Because back in the old days, they used to play fucking cards and shit after practice.
Is she good looking?
She is.
Man,
She's fucking.
it's not a surprise.
And then,
I mean, you look at
Professional
the
athlete,
wives and the
spouse?
girlfriends of most professional athletes are pretty nice.
no shit.
Like especially the tennis players.
Who was it? AJ McCarron, the one fucking
Oh,
commentator. Jesus, I think he cobwebbed the bottom of the fucking desk he was sitting at when they put the camera on AJ McCarron's wife.
she was Miss Alabama, I think.
Yeah,
yeah.
she was hot.
That's
Yeah, she's hot. She said that her husband's called Sir because he's 10 years older than most of the players in the locker room. And he said that he doesn't know how to relate to him because after practice, instead of playing cards, bonding, and getting to know each other, all the players get on their fucking phones. Kind of like the 13-year-old in steerage with the TikTok era. They're fucking.
I can see where that would be an issue.
It's weird. They don't bond. All they do is look at their fucking phone. Is honestly, go to dinner in the next 7 days and just look around. You're gonna see, if it's not at your table, it probably is. Maybe you're gonna see people, father, mother, or mother, father, whatever the fuck it is. You see a kid, everybody's gonna be on their goddamn phone. Nobody's gonna be talking.
I noticed this phenomena years ago when I was over at my sister's house. She's got 7 kids. And
She Mormon?
no, she's Catholic, but she's got 7 kids. And all the kids at this time, where I would say were between probably the youngest one was probably 9 or 10 years old. The oldest one was probably 19 or 20. And we were at the house, and there was, I don't know, there was 5 or 6 of the kids in the room. And there was conversation going on between the adults, and the kids were all sitting there with their nose in their cell phones. And I asked my sister, I said, look at these kids. I said, what are they doing? She says, oh, they're talking to each other. They're in the same room.
Are they mute?
No, they're in the same room, but they're all texting each other.
Do they have speech difficulties?
They're not
Dumb.
talking to each other. They're texting each other. And that's what blew my mind. And then, okay, you spend time in schools, you go to school, you see kids at school, you go to a football game. And what was the guy? And we had him on. He was a guest on the show. He's a country music star.
John Wayne Hatfield.
No, not John Wayne. Before that, it was in the early days when we were over at the game. We had this guy on, and he had a video, and we watched one of the videos of his concert, and people are all holding up their cell phones. And he said, stop. Stop looking at life through your cell phone and start living life. And I thought that was a great admonition that he had. What was that guy's name?
I don't remember who that was.
But
I don't even remember that podcast.
You don't remember that podcast?
No.
You're probably drunk.
You can kiss my ass. You don't remember it either.
I think I was probably drunk.
Yeah.
But
don't say kiss your ass.
You got the guess. No, he was really good, and he talked about his journey.
No, not country. It was Fred LeBlanc from Cowboy Mouth.
Yes.
That's it, Cowboy Mouth.
Not country.
Yeah, you like that.
That's what threw me off.
He was good.
Country.
Kiefer liked that band. Yeah, that was
and the videos that we saw of the shows that he was. I mean, they were fantastic.
Put your phone down and let's live for
the
2 hours that you're here.
You go to a concert, everybody. You know how many times I've taken video at a concert and never looked back at the fucking video? I've done it a couple of times. It's like I never look at the fucking video. I'm just gonna watch it.
You know how many times I've taken video at a concert? 0.
Because you don't even know how. You just fucking filmed a train for the first time last year on the podcast. You made the admission you figured out how to take a video when you were stopped at a railroad crossing.
I remember that.
And I sent it to you.
Yeah. So you've never done it because you just figured out how to take a fucking video.
I was going to be late to the podcast, and I said, "Here's why. Look at this." And the train just kept.
And you went on and on about
Although
how you learned how to take a video.
It's coming around the bend.
Your phone's video is fucking garbage.
I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when.
Garbage.
Honestly,
that train just kept on rolling.
It looked like he had a condom on it.
Hey,
on down to San Antonio.
Just FYI, the where Hassler was saying skinwalkers.
Well, I mean that's what I don't know if that's what it was, but
That's the term that you use.
okay.
And
Well, that's what he used.
it comes from witchcraft / Indians.
There you go.
The indigenous tribes of Tennessee are the Catawba, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Muskogee, Natchez, Shawnee, and Yuki. I don't know. Yuchi.
Those are my favorites, the Yuki Indians.
But the skinwalkers come from the Navajo,
See, there you go.
typically.
Can I pop
But they're
over?
not in Tennessee. So it was something
You
different.
just said Tennessee.
I said that the tribes that are typically in Tennessee
Yeah.
and Navajo is not there. Skinwalkers come from Navajo. I just fact checked it.
Well, what was all those tribes you just read there?
The ones that are indigenous to Tennessee.
All right.
Navajo is not there.
Well, you
What-
know,
Skinwalkers associated
What
with
website
Navajo.
were you on?
stories get around.
Because I looked up Skinwalker 2, and it directed me to a bunch of porn, and it called female porn stars Skinwalkers.
I
Well,
think
when-
he saw a chupacabra is what I think it was.
When Hassler's
Chupacabra.
home in a week or so, we'll
I
have
can't
him on
wait
the podcast. You can ask him.
I want to hear the story because no, that's awesome. I love that shit. I absolutely.
Oh,
love
he'll
that
freak
shit.
you out, man. He'll freak you out. I mean, Paula was freaked out.
I'm all
when he
for
was
it.
talking about it the other night.
Before we get to medical issues going on in the community, i.e. Washington, D.C., can I hit sports real quick?
What
Yes.
medical issues?
We'll get there, Dan. Before we get there,
I don't like talking about medical stuff.
you will.
I'm just saying I don't like talking about medical stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I don't
Good?
like talking about politics.
Well, that's kind of where I
That's
was leading with the
bullshit.
medical issues.
That's a lie.
So my beloved Gators lost last night, an embarrassing loss. Napier's not going to be around for a while.
They lost to Utah.
No shit.
What was the final?
24-11.
Were you able to watch a game? Was it on ESPN?
Yeah.
What service do you have?
ESPN Plus.
No, I mean, do you have Spectrum? Do you have
I'm
Alta Fiber?
a huge Disney fan. So I've got the Disney app and the associated services.
That's
which
why you were able to do it.
includes ESPN Plus.
Because Disney and Disney
Spectrum,
and Spectrum
or
and
Charter,
a bunch
whatever
of other
the fuck it
cable
is.
services are having a big knockdown, drag out fight. And there's a lot of people right now who cannot get ESPN. College football starts in earnest tomorrow.
Tonight or last night. Sorry.
It did start last
They had
night.
11 games on last night.
I had to watch UFC and Kent State, UCF.
I will tell you this.
All right.
Here's the sad thing. Spectrum's in this pissing match. So is the other cable providers on this ESPN bullshit. Spectrum better do whatever in the fuck they can to get ESPN back because cable is on the way out. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
The only thing cable's going to do is keep the Fioptics cables going that they have to allow people to get high-speed internet so they can download and stream from the apps. So cable, FYI, get the money while you can. But Florida lost last night. They couldn't even fucking score one touchdown to get to 18 and cover, or at least push. I was getting 6 points from my book.
Utah's good.
They're not that fucking good.
Yeah, they crushed Florida.
Florida sucks.
What was the final? in
I
that
took
game, by
a
the way?
picture of that shit
24-11.
in the bar last
24
night.
what?
11.
I
Yeah, it's
almost
crushed.
said it to Rob, but I didn't want him to end it all. So
I had a gun in my mouth and it would have probably pushed me over the edge.
I guess their NIL situation's not that great down there.
I don't know.
You would
But
think it would be. I would think guys who go to Florida could do quite well on the NIL scene.
a couple games to watch though. We got an interesting one tonight. Miami of Ohio versus Miami, Florida. In Miami, Florida, Miami of Ohio is going to get their dick kicked.
Miami, at Miami, at Miami.
But the biggest one is going to be Sunday night. Sunday night, LSU, Florida State.
Oh,
And this is the best. I was reading this article in regards to Brian Kelly, who is the shithead coach from UC to Notre Dame to LSU. And if you may remember, last year was his first year. And when he first got down there, he started talking Cajun. Even though he
Right.
had never been
It's
Cajun.
so true.
he deserved all the shit that he got for that, trying to affect that Cajun accent
So
that day he went down there.
the best is he had a 10-win season his first season down there. Guess whose fucking players he was playing with? Not fucking his.
Coach O,
Yep.
Ed Ogeron.
Yeah, Vogeron wouldn't have hit on the fucking board member's wife at a gas station, although it was kind of her fault for wearing spandex and being
I
incredibly
like the
hot.
fact that he just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's recently divorced. He's trying to put his little hog in something else. Maybe
What's
he
the
wasn't
story?
looking at
What's
a
the
ring.
story on that? What's it?
I heard the coup de grace was that he got divorced. What was it, about 3-4 years ago from his wife? I think it was coming off the 2019 national championship with our boy Burrow, and he pulled into a gas station. This board member's wife was there filling up. She was wearing spandex, coming from the gym, going to the gym, or just maybe fucking wearing them because that's what people wear nowadays.
Was she showing her coochie?
She was showing a lot of shit, man.
How do you know?
You just said coochie.
Because I saw a picture of her when the article came out.
There's a reason I said that, but I can't talk about it on
She
air.
is fucking hot. I'd hit on her too if I was newly divorced and I was Big O.
And he didn't know it was a board member's wife.
Had no fucking idea.
But you probably should know who your board members' wives are. If you're a goddamn
I'm sure he's
Division
not
One
talking
coach,
to the board
you
members.
should probably know that.
He's talking to the AD. Who's talking to the president.
It's
and the
like
board.
me knowing like who my council
I
members
don't know.
are.
Do you think Coach Prime knows who all the board members and their
I'm
wives
sure
are?
he probably does. The ones that are important, the ones that'll get you fucking fired. Yeah, you fucking absolutely should. So shame on him. Not shame on him for fucking.
Well, so
hitting
what,
on her.
how many board members are there though?
Now the fact that she was pregnant, that fucking freaks me out.
Well, it's Labor Day, man.
That freaks me
It
out.
might have been around Labor Day that year.
That hurts.
No, it doesn't.
You got to know your fucking bosses and your bosses' bosses.
Pregnant women are attractive.
I'm not hitting on a pregnant woman, period.
Yeah, me neither.
Why?
That's it. I'm just not.
Oh my god! I apologize for my co-hosts from one more, and I'm out of here.
No, apologize
Why?
for yourself and your fucking weird shit that you do.
I'm not hitting on them. You got to have some standards in life.
Whoa! So apparently, pregnant women are ugly, according to YouTube.
That is not those words never
It's
came
just
out of
not.
my mouth.
It's not attractive.
Big girls
It is
need
not
loving
attractive.
too.
It is not attractive to me.
So
With
Brian,
the fetus being in a belly, and me thinking that I'm gonna get it in,
you're
You-
not
I don't
gonna
need that
hit it.
kid punching the head of my dick.
And you're giving that dude a black eye.
I'm out.
You're
I'm
not-
out.
You're not going to hit the
Fine.
thing with your dick.
I'm
You
out.
might waterboard it
You're
with any
fucking-
discharge.
You are so weird. You are so
No, that's
weird.
your
and
fear. You're telling me is you're going to hit it, and it's going to hit you back.
I'm-
Instead, you're going to waterboard the thing in a clear plastic bag called the
Which-
placenta.
which makes it even fucking weirder that you went that far down that
Yeah.
rabbit hole.
All right.
15 years later, he's looking at you like, dude, I had this weirdest dream.
Why?
And you were
Why do
and
I have
you-
a dent in my
for
forehead?
some reason.
Why
you
do
were,
I have a dent in my forehead?
Hey, Jason, close your one eye. Let me just see you with one eye. Oh my God, you look familiar. Now I know where I saw you.
You are so fucked up, man. You are so fucked up.
So Brian Kelly, coming off a 10-win season last year with not his own player, somebody else's, Big O's, said he was going to kick the shit out of Florida State, who is number 8. Kelly and the LSU is number 5. Of all the games this year, I would never root for Florida State. Never fucking root for Florida State. I always typically pick an SEC team that is playing at a conference. I hope LSU gets their dick kicked in. I truly do. I fucking hate Brian Kelly.
I hate Brian Kelly
He
as well.
fucked UC. He fucked Notre Dame. He went to LSU, pretended to be Cajun, like he just came from a fucking crawfish boil, and all of a sudden there's something in the water there that made him talk Creole. He can kiss my ass. He says, I think we're in a really good position in year 2. Yeah, still with those players. I say there's still some areas that we need improvement. He's taken 15 freshmen on this trip and 14 transfers. And that's not a disclaimer of any kind. Quote, we're going to beat the heck out of Florida State.
Well, they might.
Yeah. I hope Florida State beats the fuck out of them. Channel your inner Bobby Bowden and beat the piss out of Brian Kelly.
Well, they might. I mean, and look, if
Brian Kelly might start talking like a Seminole Indian by the end of the
if
game.
Brian Kelly doesn't get it done this year, he's probably got maybe part of one more season before the people there force him out. And he will be forced out by the fan base if he doesn't turn that into a national contender on a regular basis by the middle of next season.
You got to put the work in, and you got to fucking show results. If not, they're gonna bring somebody in that will.
Here's the deal too, and I know Joe Burrow is a big fan of this show and watches all the time and listens. And Joe, it's no disrespect to you and LSU. I love LSU.
He sent you a text message earlier
Except
today.
when they're playing Florida, I love LSU, and I normally root for LSU. This is not about LSU. This is not about the Tigers. This is about Brian Kelly, and I hope Brian Kelly gets his fucking dick punched, and I hope that Indian on the horse throws a spear through his heart, and you take him back to Baton Rouge and feed him to the Gators. Send me a shrimp platter, baby.
Baton Rouge.
A little bit of crawfish. I might eat some crawfish,
Is
man.
that game tomorrow or is that game tonight?
Sunday night.
Sunday. Oh, the big game.
Sunday
night.
prime time, baby.
LSU at Florida State.
Yes, and you got a decision to make. Do you watch? Do you watch the fireworks on TV? Because I sure as fucking not going to a non-alcoholic fireworks display. Or do you watch LSU Florida State? I know what I'll be doing. I'm going to be eating
You can
some.
always watch them on the. You can always watch the fireworks on replay.
I'm going to get a
fact.
shrimp platter. And I'm going to watch it at home probably.
Get some Cajun.
That's fucking not going to happen.
You're not going to watch it at home. Let's
God.
be honest.
I'm unsupervised this weekend. The wife's leaving
That's
town
fine.
tonight with the kids.
Even when you are supervised, let's be honest, that's not going to happen.
So Joe, no disrespect. Keep watching the show. Keep being a subscriber. But fuck Brian Kelly.
Real quick, do we want to hit on our
Medical issues?
our upper?
No, we don't have to. I'm not talking about medical issues.
Well, you don't have to.
The statue.
But I can talk about Corporate Graphics, one of our great sponsors
Well,
here on the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. If you need signage, if you need really any kind of graphics, banners, wall murals, things like that, Corporate Graphics is the place to go. If you've been to TQL Stadium where they play soccer, if you've been to Paul Brown Stadium, if you've been to, especially at Nippert Stadium, UC, we've just done a ton of work there in the last few days, getting that place ready for their sold-out opener tomorrow against Eastern Kentucky. So Corporate Graphics, it says right there, signs and more, enhancing your success. It's great work from original design, original artwork, all the way to installation, all the way through the project. If you've never done anything like this before and you think you need a sign for anything, you've got a school, you've got a business, you've got a property, whatever, check out Corporate Graphics. You can find them on Twitter. You can find them on Facebook, corporategraphics.com, and you will not be disappointed as many of the, well, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But there was a little issue with stuff that we did. Did in the school district, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyway, Corporate Graphics, enhancing your success.
Jesus.
Oh wow,
Success.
Are you having a stroke?
And
Mitch,
a great sponsor in the One More and Out of Here podcast.
Is he pulling
They
a
are a great
Biden?
sponsor.
He's not
Success.
pulling a McConnell anymore. He's pulling a Biden.
All right, so leading into that, and actually, you couldn't have done that any better, Dano, and I love it.
All right. Well, I do what I can.
That a boy, Dan.
I do what I can. What can I say?
What the fuck happened to McConnell this week?
I'm moving the video up right to
The guy needs to go.
Yeah,
He needs to.
they need to
I
cut.
mean, and the guy is worth tens or hundreds of millions of dollars.
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
I love goldfish.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
You can see there that the
All right, I'm
senator
sorry, you all were
froze,
muted.
and it was a total of at least 30 seconds where he was not
Fucking up right now.
It was fucking and 2 times in a month. And I don't want medical issues to happen to anybody.
I think it's embarrassing for his family and probably him too. He'd
Yes.
be pissed. Get him
But
out.
I'm not gonna lie. I did giggle my ass off though with the fact that it was 34 days since the last time that happened, and somebody's got to come up and be like, "Hey, what's wrong?" You know, but they should have taken him from there to in an ambulance to a fucking hospital to get him checked out, and they just said, "Well, we'll get him. He's going to get a full workup before his next engagement."
I mean,
He should have left there in a fucking in a goddamn ambulance.
If you're on his staff, for all you know, he's having a brain bleed at that very moment.
Well, you know what's great too
And
is
it's,
we got the Senate leader freezing up like a fucking statue. We've got Biden being led away by an Easter bunny. We've got Feinstein not knowing where in the fuck she is. Nobody knows where she is. And then Pelosi, her husband's getting beaten by a hammer by a dude in his undies.
Love Hammer. Yes.
What the fuck is going on? These are the people we elected. I didn't elect them.
no,
but
you didn't. I didn't elect either. I don't like any of them.
They're actually, I mean, we were talking about this yesterday at the firehouse. There needs to be fucking term limits for
Mhm.
everything. There needs to be fucking age limits
Yeah.
for fucking everything. We have an age restriction to be president. You have to be 35 years old. Why do we not put a cap at the top? Because how in tune and I don't know how old Mitch McConnell is, and I didn't pay attention, nor do I
I
give
think
a
he's
fuck.
82.
Either way, how in tune is he with the
No,
fucking
he's totally out of touch.
the young people, the middle-aged people, and then you have your old people that have followed him the whole way through. Same thing with Joe Biden.
No.
You're not in tune with anything that needs to fucking happen.
You know what?
You create policy and you vote on policy for what you think is right versus what is actually real.
When
And
Strom
fuck that.
Thurmond, or well, not ours, but Virginia or West Virginia
yeah, dude,
senator.
He was like 170 years
yeah,
old when he died.
KKK, and was
That's
92.
Robert Byrd. Yeah.
Oh, was it Byrd? They got a highway named after him somewhere.
Drive through West Virginia sometime. I mean, everything there is named after that cocksucker.
Is that why Virginia kicked them out? They're fucked up too.
Well, he was a Grand Kleagle of the Ku Klux Klan, and then Joe Biden, and not only Joe Biden but Hillary Clinton referred to Robert KKK Byrd as a friend and a mentor. So if you want to know where the real racists are, look to the Democrat Party, look to Joe Biden, look to Hillary Clinton, look to Bill Clinton. That's where the racism is in this country. Thank you very much.
Clinton's will kill you.
Well, Strom Thurmond was in office from 1956 to 2003.
Yeah, it's awesome.
No, that's wrong. And Joe Biden did not talk.
No, it's not wrong.
Well, it's wrong that he was in office
Yes.
that long.
Okay, I was like,
but
dude.
Joe Biden did not convince Strom Thurmond to vote in favor of the Civil Rights Act because Joe Biden wasn't even in the Senate until 8 years later.
I heard civil, and I thought you were saying Civil War, like voting to go to war.
I would be comfortable, and this is Kiefer's opinion. I'd be comfortable. All right, so keep the president at 35 as the minimum, 65 is the max, and do the same thing for all the fucking. You can get senators and congressmen younger, at maybe 30 to 70.
Well, I don't know what the age limits have to be because the age is different. I mean, look, you've got Biden, who is what is he, 78?
But make it even across the fucking
Term
board.
amount.
And term limits.
I mean, all that kind of stuff varies from individual to individual. But when you're a guy like Mitch McConnell, he's got so many millions of dollars.
Shame on his fucking family for letting him fucking do this. Shame on them.
I mean, at some point,
because it's embarrassing as fuck.
Yeah, when this happens twice in a month, it's time to go.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, fine. The Democrat, there might be the governor might, or the legislature, however, it's a convoluted system they have in Kentucky for appointing a senator. And so a Democrat might wind up in there. But so if on a personal level, I say, so what? I've done my time. I'm done. I'm out. I've got my millions of dollars. I can spend the rest of my days doing whatever the hell I want to do in luxury, in comfort, not worrying about this bullshit every day. Why not do that?
I can gaze up.
Why not do that instead of letting
gaze
shit
up
like
to the
this
right, shit my pants, and do it in the privacy of my own home instead of in front of a bunch of fucking cameras.
Most voters,
have the hottest chick you've ever seen come and wipe my ass.
Most voters just use name recognition. Why don't you just get somebody change their name to Mitch McConnell and fucking run? I mean, it's not that hard to change a fucking name.
Afford that too.
Yeah, change your fucking name to Mitch McConnell and go down there and run.
No, I giggled at it only because I'm seeing what our government is doing.
I know,
and we talk about it a bunch.
It's been past time.
I giggle at it, but I fucking feel horrible, and his family should fucking feel horrible for allowing him to fucking continue.
I agree.
So that's what.
There you go.
Are we ready to dive down?
I'm sorry you don't like talking about politics.
Let's talk about Dan again real quick. Before we leave, I want to leave you with a little melody.
Thank you for watching today. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Joy to the world. Come on now.
Dan was a bullfrog.
We're going to karaoke after this if you guys want to come.
Jesus.
Friday night karaoke at the lounge, baby.
Is that where it is?
That's the place to be.
Is that where it is? I'd rather go down to the SPCA and hit cattails and listen to him fucking yell. God damn.
Come on, get us out of this podcast. I got to go pee.
I want to invite.
Nicely played.
I want to invite Ian Lineberry on the podcast next. He is trolling the fuck out of me in the comments here. He let Epstein watch his kids before me.
You bring it on yourself.
First of all, Ian, I wouldn't want to watch your kids. And go ahead and get Epstein. Take him down to the island, man.
He doesn't watch his own kids. You bring it on yourself, dude.
It's all good. Let's go tit for tat. Rob ain't singing shit. Your dad's gonna fucking sing that shit, Hassler. And people are gonna fucking scream, yell, close their ears, hope they were Helen Keller.
No, I'm in no shape to sing right now. I can tell you that much.
Why? You didn't manscape?
No.